See some word. Sing nothing nice. This on word.
Welcome back to the Kanye West recreation of some of his famous songs, episode 174.
Even if you are not ready for the day, it cannot always be night. This on word. Somebody, yeah. What's up, my day? This on you. What number do?
I think I heard the last name of that Chiefs defensive end there for a while. Passanio?
Pass from my home. Ooh, I think this tight beat means that it's going down with some random thoughts and white meat too. Midwest best friends eating fast food on repeat. So come along, let's have some fun and go ahead, get on your feet, cause it's the Ghostrunners podcast. Every Monday morning we're taking back Ghostrunners podcast.
Yeah, we're gonna pick up right where we left off. Last week we left in a hurry. We had to get to basketball, and that was Thursday. We're recording on a Monday, so not a lot of time has passed. So really, all we have to talk about is basketball.
Luckily, there's a lot to talk about because man, was it a great game for us.
Oh, it was fun.
Boy, did we play well. Will Severns really held his own, right? My gosh, I see why that guy wanted to play competitively.
Brad, why don't you tell them what the score was 4 minutes into the game?
3 minutes, 55 minutes in the game. We call a timeout because Brad and Jake's team was losing 20-0.
That's right.
20-0. They missed 2 shots. We missed, let me see, 0 points. All of our shots. It was unbelievable.
And if you're questioning, like, wait, am I misremembering? Did they end up joining the competitive league?
No. And guess what I said right when we called that timeout? I went over, slapped Will Severns on the chest. I said, Intermediate league, huh? That's how to work.
So it was a pretty wild time. I mean, it was a combination of us not having our college basketball player.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
and them making a lot of shots. But I mean, we clearly did not belong in the league that night.
I was filling in for a former college basketball player.
Yeah. A really good one. He actually played overseas.
Amateur,
The Finnish Klay Thompson. Trying to get that going. I'm the only one who calls him that. But
every time I hear you say that, though, I think of Finnish, like finisher.
Yeah. Finish line.
And one. Finish.
They're synonymous. I'm gonna nail this stand-up comedy tomorrow, huh? So like the joke is that they're the same word.
Is he a big guy?
Yeah, he's probably like 6'4".
Yeah.
You don't think you're big, huh?
You did fine.
I can play big. Yeah.
Anyway, it was brutal. We got down, I think at one point 24-0 was the largest deficit when we still had 0 points, and then we scored. And every time we would score, I would like run back down the court. I was like, "Don't look now, guys. Hey, break by break. This is how it starts. We got all the momentum."
I would say like, we've always said if we can get to 30 by half, we can get the deficit to 30 by half. We're in this game.
I was so just like, ironically positive. I was like, "Hey, 3-2 run, 3-2 run. Don't let us get hot."
Near the end of the game, the guy that I was guarding, I said, I know you guys are better than us, but I promise we're not this bad.
I overheard you say
Did you hear me say that? And he's like, dude, I get it. Like they were definitely better than us. They also made ridiculous
everything.
Like, Scott. Scott hates, like, Scott is always wanting justice in basketball. And when somebody makes a shot and they don't have like the purest form ever, it
like,
bugs Scott to no end.
That's not cool.
He's like, look at his shot. There's no way that should go in.
Dude.
It's like, Scott, he's made 5 threes. I think he figured out how to shoot that.
I think we can all agree that one guy's shot was ugly.
It was
the diagonal spin.
Yes, I told Isaac, I was like, watch this guy when he shoots. The ball is spinning side. It's like the earth spinning. It's like on an axis spinning left to right.
It's not directly horizontal left to right, but it was literally diagonal. I was like, how do you even, like, what motion creates that spin?
And eventually he did like kind of cool down, but like, I mean, he still made enough to where it's like, okay, it's not a fluke completely.
Yeah, no, he hit plenty for
but
me.
Scott was so frustrated. He's like, look at his shot. That's the ugliest shot I've ever seen. Like, Scott, he's made more points than you and I combined, you know?
If there was any positives, and there are plenty from this game, it's that once we got down like 34, we kind of stayed at 34.
We did,
but they didn't gain too much ground on us after that. The last
we were stalwart.
The last 10 minutes or so, it was anybody's game if they had reset the score.
You almost pulled a Scott Peck and laughed in the time of frustration for somebody. Isaac had a wide open layup and he went up to jump and dunk and he like really awkwardly fell. It just looked like he slipped and Jake just starts laughing at him and Isaac stayed down for a second and I was like, oh dude, did this guy just tear his ACL or something?
It looked bad.
I knew he was fine.
And then he was fine, but it was a Scott Peck moment for sure of like, oh, look at that guy, loser.
He tried to dunk it and he jumped like 5 inches.
It was, man. Yeah. So
it was not fun. And I'll say I'm a little excited that I'm going to miss this week. I don't hate it.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see gaining Tate, how much of a difference it truly will make.
Yeah.
Because those guys, I don't think are going to be like the other team was not the best team we're probably going to play. They were fine, right? They weren't that good. They had a guy, I called him JJ Barea. Yeah. He didn't ever laugh at that.
I think also our defense wasn't quite on point. They just had a lot of open shots. I mean, none of the threes they were shooting were necessarily contested. And if we contested them, they missed.
I don't know. I got right in a guy's face one time and the guy hit it at the very beginning of the game. Anyway,
the very first play of the game was awesome. The tip went straight to Brad. It went through his legs.
Oh my gosh, I forgot.
Jake and I both were like, Brad, how did you miss that?
Yeah, pick up the ball, dude.
But literally,
I did steal it after that.
I mean, Big Daddy just slides into a passing lane and snatches the ball.
I forgot.
I have quicker hands than I do feet. I'll just say that.
I laughed so much the first 20 seconds of the game. I did forget about that. Yeah, the tip somehow goes right to Brad. Like, this guy was way taller than Isaac. And I was like, oh, sweet. And somehow Brad doesn't enough of that. How'd you not get that?
I was flustered. I biffed.
And then while I was still laughing about that, yeah, Brad gets a steal.
And then I think I took the ball and kind of looked around like, oh, really? And then the guy almost stole it from me.
Right after that happened, I turned to the ref and I was like, you're going to have fun reffing this guy.
That guy, yeah, did they call any fouls the entire game?
The first foul they called was 11 minutes left in the second half.
Scott would know exactly.
Yeah, let me pull up the book here.
Yeah, I looked at the clock. I was like, wow, that's the first foul. 11 minutes left in the game.
Yeah. I tried to get on the ref's good side, but turns out the ref can't buy you 35 points. So
there was one time where I went in for a layup and my arm got hit pretty badly, and and instead of saying anything to the ref, I just go, "We're down 30. I get it. I get it."
He's ready to get out of here just as much as I am.
I get it. I didn't even complain.
Me hitting 1 of 2 from the line isn't gonna change this.
Anyway, enough basketball. Brad, you are a stand-up comedian tomorrow night. How are you feeling?
I was telling. Thank you. My podcast.
Hey, I'm clapping, bro.
Please don't clap on my podcast. No, I'm just kidding. No, I feel very nervous.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to sugarcoat it. I feel like when did we record? Did we record on Friday?
Thursday.
So I must have found out on Thursday. I keep saying to myself that I found out on Friday, but I think it was Thursday that I found out that I was performing on Tuesday. So I'm very I don't feel prepared enough. I wish I had 3 more days.
Yeah.
Because I talked to you, must have been Friday.
You called me Friday.
And I kind of just logically reasoned it out with you. I was like, okay, here's my thought process. I'm going to do this, 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 and this. And kind of basically break it down from the exhaustive, here's every single word I'm going to say, to the outline with some things to just 7 words or something to nothing. And you're like, I think that's a good idea. And I haven't really gotten to the 7 words or to nothing part yet.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of have in my head, on the way over to Trace today for Jean Shorts, I literally probably 15 times just said it out loud to myself, the outline. I didn't say every single word, but I just was introducing myself, San Diego, whatever, all these different things. But man, it's just one of those things where I think I want to be so prepared because that's when I can be funny. If I feel like I'm just having to remember things the whole time, that's all I'm gonna be thinking about in my head.
Totally.
Right?
Yeah, totally.
But if I'm comfortable, then I'm oh, I can go off script and come back. Whereas
exactly.
What if I go off script and then I'm oh,
if I forget my spot,
where do I go from here? I forgot this one thing, and then it doesn't make sense to make the inside joke later on or something like that.
Totally.
So,
the more comfortable you get with your own material, the easier it is to
have
callbacks with the crowd or crowd work, anything like that. Because you know where you're
just
at.
Pull out your phone and scroll through your notes.
I mean, honestly, I know it probably feels tacky, but if you're stuck up there, hey, I don't do this a ton. I've kind of forgot where I'm at. Yeah. I'm going to pull up my phone real quick.
I've thought about that. I always said that in worship leading, and that's a little different because it's you're not really performing as much as you are leading people in worship. But I always said hey, if your guitar's out of tune, take a second, in between songs and tune your guitar. Because that's way more important than being like, I guess people are just going to get distracted by this for the rest of the time.
Trey and I were talking about this today. You know, performers, like their in-ear monitors will go out and they can't hear a thing. And some of them just try to push through, and it's some of the worst music you've ever heard.
Yeah.
It's like, just don't sing. Or just be like, hey, I can't hear myself. It's not going to be good. Why don't we listen to the instrumental for the rest of the song?
Do you remember Ashley Simpson back in the day? She got like caught for lip syncing and I think it was because her in-ears weren't working. And so she didn't sing, but the song like still kept going. And so it's like, oh, she's not a good singer. It's like, yeah, it's Ashley Simpson. But like, so I don't know, maybe that's a fear for some of them, but no, seriously, like I have thought about like, I'm just going to change the setting on my backlight or, you know, whatever, like auto lock to never, and just have it in my pocket just in case, you know?
Yeah. I mean, Trey and I've done little tricks like that. I'll have my phone background, my notes.
Yeah.
So that way I can just set it on the bar stool and look at it if I need to or whatever. Like,
that's a good idea.
Just lean into it and act like you're tuning your guitar. You're like, hey, sorry guys, I got to tune my guitar.
I'm out of tune.
Yeah, like, look at your phone like,
yeah, that's a good idea. I like the idea someday if we're ever like on tour together, like you and I are like our helpers. Like, you know, you're like
Brad's a little lost. So
fatherhood, the thing about fatherhood, you know, whatever, like something like that. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know if I said this on the podcast last week, but this is definitely going to be the warmest, like best crowd.
You've only ever done open mics or TED
Ag.
Talk.
Yeah. or follow Dim Check, man.
Yeah.
At an ag Christmas party where these people were looking to have pulled pork and whiskey.
during a thunderstorm.
Yeah, exactly. During like a torrential downpour tornado. Yeah.
That was a crazy day.
It was insane.
Holy cow.
It was insane. It was like part of me thinks like something like that's gonna happen again, where it's like just this weird coincidence.
70-mile-an-hour winds in San Diego.
Yeah.
Because it's the same kind of like that ag party. They were trying to go all out. They were trying to do this really cool thing. And then like, you know, half the people, if that, showed up. I hope that doesn't happen again, something like that. But I'm really excited. I think like even just the guy that the birthday party is for, like that's hosting me and everything, like he just seems very similar to me and like his kindness and his energy. So I think if anything else, he's going to appreciate it and like be very kind. Even if I biff, he's going to be like, hey man, you didn't biff. I'll say I biffed.
That's nice.
No, but overall, I'm excited. We just had dinner. Catherine and I just had dinner, Blue Koi. Second time that Rosie's been there in her life. First time was with Jake and Rachel.
Yeah, that's right.
Catherine, Rosie, and I went to Blue Koi while my Hattie and Bo were being watched by my parents.
Is that sushi?
No, it's like
koi.
like Chinese. Yeah. So koi is a type of fish.
Lime. Koi.
It's like dumplings, like Chinese. I don't know.
They just serve dumplings.
I had Chinese curry and rice.
Ooh, sure.
It was nice.
I don't remember what I got, but if I'd assume, I would say chicken and rice is what I got.
You got whatever was like a picture on there. You're like, that looks good. I think it was salmon.
Oh, it was salmon.
Yeah.
It was the only thing that had a picture. I was like, I could trust this.
Anyway, but as I was talking to Catherine at Blue Koi, I was like, kind of verbally process this with you because I am thinking about it the whole time anyway. And I just like outlined every single thing I was going to talk about in my comedy set. And she was so positively encouraging to me. Not that she wouldn't ever like normally be, but like she was like really like, oh, that's nice.
Two huge thumbs
Two
up.
thumbs way up. Man. Here's what I think of you, babe. Yeah, like milking these udders. Whatever. That doesn't make sense if you're not looking at the video, but anyway,
whose udders? Or keep going.
Your bull.
It's got to be.
It's got to be your. You can butcher. No, anyway, so she was very, very encouraging. Shout out to Catherine. I would be remiss.
Hey, no clapping, no clapping, no clapping
on my podcast. I would be remiss if I did not give her a shout out for how much she has grinded through this past week and a half of like, I went to Colorado, came home, and then my friend came the next day, and then I was gone with my friends for like 4 days, and then I'm back again, and then I'm leaving again tomorrow. So it's like she is.
But I'm sure you'll be in town this weekend, right?
Yes, exactly. So then we get back. I get back on Wednesday night at midnight, and then Friday morning we all leave to go to my sister's house in Sublette, Kansas. So that's 4 trips in 2 weeks.
Nice.
It's fun. So, which is like right up my alley, and it's not hers. So
yeah, good for you.
Anyway, shout out to my wife for being awesome. So that's it. That's all I have to say.
San Diego, that'll be fun.
San Diego. Here's a. Tell me how you feel about this.
Got a little San Diego joke?
I do have like whatever. If it doesn't work, like great. But I'm gonna be like seeming like it's like a natural like question, but really I think I know the answer to it. So like I think San Diego's nickname is America's finest city or something like that.
Okay.
And so I'm just gonna be like San Diego, the big SD, you know, San Diego, like whatever. Like, you guys have any like nickname for your city? And I'm really hopeful that somebody says that. And if they do, then I would make a joke about it. But what if they don't?
You're hoping they were like, we're the finest city.
Yeah.
Okay.
It does say America's finest city.
And then you're prepared.
I'm prepared for a finest city
After
joke.
that.
ThinkPad confirms.
What if they say Padres? Spanish for father.
Yeah, they're old friars.
Hey, call me Padre.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have a
Hit it one time for Big Padre. Yeah.
PED joke ready.
Yeah, there you go. So anyway, that's a lot of me talking. What do you want to say?
I'm performing Thursday at the county fair in Canton, Ohio, I'm pretty sure. I don't have any fair jokes prepared, but I feel like I just get those the day of. Just kind of walk around for an hour and like, here's my content.
Yeah.
That's
it's
just
just
the NFL Football Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Our podcast, please.
I'm just trying to add some nuggets, you know?
Just some nugs.
Some nugs.
Knowledge
Brad.
nugs.
Nuggies.
Knowledge nugs.
Yeah, what do you think of as far as like, when you think of the setting of a county fair? That's that's outdoors, correct?
Yeah, I think we're performing at an outdoor amphitheater. I'll be performing in daylight. And I don't know if like, I'm trying to, I just don't know what to expect as far as like, are these going to be Trey Kennedy fans? Or are they just like,
No.
I just had a hot dog and heard somebody talking?
They are like, I'm walking by with my foot-long corn dog. Might as well sit down and listen to this jabroni.
Yeah, so
Like-
I'm thinking that's what it's going to be too. So it'll be interesting to see like what works and, you know.
Or maybe it is. Maybe it's like a private event. Like you have to have a ticket to get in. But, so you're opening for Trey though. It's not like.
Yeah. From what I understand, I was kind of a late addition to this.
I'm very excited to hear this because I think outdoor performances in general is really hard. Like even a musician outdoors, because the energy's not the same. Like the volume's not the same.
It's going to sound way quieter.
Yeah. And like there's going to be a lot of stuff going on around you.
That's true. It's going to be screams from people on rides and stuff. I should be prepared for that.
I'm very excited to hear about this one. Are you going to try to do new material?
I need to figure that out.
Okay.
It's coming up, but
hey, you have plenty of time.
Yeah,
Let's go from big to small.
Kind of figure out the set list of like what are we going to talk about for 20 minutes. So I'll figure it out. But yeah, that's Thursday. It'll be fun.
That is
something. So I had very little written down to talk about this week. Like I said, we just recorded Thursday.
Yeah.
But one of the things I wrote down came from you today, Brad. You put on your story today. You apologized to Catherine publicly for being out of pocket.
Out of pocket.
What do you think out of pocket means?
Means like unavailable.
Mm-hmm.
So out of pocket, I mean, over the last like 2 years or so means something different. And it's not that bad. No, not that bad, but it just has like a different meaning.
I didn't know.
You guys aren't on TikTok that much, so maybe that's where it comes from. But like, so I looked it up just to make sure I wasn't crazy. The Urban Dictionary definition of out of pocket is when someone is talking nonsense and it's hard to understand what they were trying to say. Could also mean that they're saying stuff that is not related to the subject.
Yeah, you're right. Wild, ridiculous, extreme.
Mm-hmm.
What does out of pocket mean in work? It means out of reach, especially while shirking one's official duties.
Have you been shirking?
Have you been?
Scott's been plowing. I'm more of a shirker. Berserker. Yeah, I've been really shirky. So
shirk it.
that's interesting. So people like, can you use the like, man, this guy's just being out of pocket. Like it's like
it's like a response. It's like if you were like, if you went up to a random person and was like, hey, sorry, I'm just shirking. I'm like, sorry, my brother, he's out of pocket
He's
today.
out of pocket, yeah.
I don't know what he's talking about. Yeah, it's like a replacement for like, I don't know. I don't vouch for this. I don't know what he's saying.
Oh, interesting.
This guy's wild right now.
No one else has like responded and said like, why did you say that?
That was the first thing I thought. I was like, he is using this wrong.
That's so interesting.
You don't have a very young audience. It's good.
I guess not. Yeah. Out of pocket.
Young like me.
Huh. There's a lot of definitions for out of pocket. There's a financial, all sorts of different things.
What's financial out of pocket?
Having to pay
out of pocket
for it up front.
MP. Yeah,
Okay.
pay out of their own
I'll
cash
shut up.
reserves. No, I'm just kidding, Scott. Yeah. Is that what he said?
What did Scott say?
Oh, just they have to pay out of their own cash reserves. They have to pay.
Oh,
upfront.
right. I've definitely used that before.
Like coming out of
pay
your
out
own
of pocket.
kind of
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of definitions.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm excited for the next time I make a biff like that. Like what did I say a long time ago when I said it slaps different?
Slaps
that thing
different.
just slaps different.
You also said I haven't been able to put my nose on it. That was a good one.
That's
you
an
had
all timer.
Yeah, and then
really good one
recently you said something. Yeah.
Was it something to do with the moon?
Yeah, I
Over the
couldn't.
moon or something?
Under the moon, through the moon, to the moon. Yeah,
I would
really
be
struggle with that one.
Around the moon. if
Around
that
the
happened.
moon.
Circumference of the moon.
It's lovable though, guys. I know you'll love me through it. So
The one thing I wrote down to talk about this week,
Mhm.
the hardest I've laughed in a long time. we went to Cinzetti's
Yes.
the night of my birthday. Great
Yes.
suggestion. We ended up going. Me, Rachel, Harrison, and Abby,
Mhm.
and Isaac.
What?
What?
Where were you?
Jake,
Tee shots.
yeah, we didn't confirm Cinzetti was happening. We made plans with some other friends.
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't. Yeah, that's
Okay.
correct. I didn't really confirm. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know if like Rachel's playing something. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to
Because
tell you.
Thur-
Like,
yeah,
it's for
Thursday
sure
after
happening.
basketball, I was like, Jake, golf. What else? Saturday. He's like, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what Rachel has planned. So I was like, okay. And then I didn't.
It's
hear
kind of
anything.
nice to not have like to
Yeah.
be able to have somebody else playing a little bit of it.
Yeah.
And then, but then
Then-
Scott doesn't end up showing up. So
Conveniently. I don't
Yeah,
know.
and then Friday I didn't hear anything, so I was like, okay, I guess we're free to make plans. So yeah,
It might be. It might be.
Went to the poor man's Top Golf.
Okay, so the Pollards, the triplets, and Isaac.
in the McDonald's.
Yeah.
We're all at Cinzetti's. It's a good time. And I go up, for seconds at one point by myself,
Yeah.
and I see Francis. Do you remember Francis from the last time I talked
The
about
guy that
Cinzetti's?
was like, "Hi, thanks for coming in,
Hey,
Francis."
good to see you again, Francis.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, the only reason we even know this guy exists is because I barely overheard a waitress say, his name. And I saw him get so much food. And it was like, this guy loves it. And so it was so great to see him a week later, or 2
Mhm.
weeks later, whatever it's been. 2 Fridays later, he's back and he's on the prowl. He's getting more food. So I'm like, you guys, Francis is here again. So everyone's like really excited.
That's
And
Francis.
They're like, where is he? I'm like, I don't think he's sitting on the side. I don't see him. And so Harrison's like, I gotta see him. Harrison's like, he just becomes infatuated. He's obsessed with Francis.
Yes.
And so I was like, all right, let me take you. Let's go find him. And right, we walk up. Francis is like leaving. And so it was perfect timing. I was like, there he is. And he's like, that's it. That's what I was expecting. Like Harrison is so excited. He loves what he sees. And it was great because he was definitely leaving. But what was funny is like, he was like looking kind of at the food as he was leaving, like, I've got to go, but like maybe just like, what if there's one more breadstick,
Yeah.
And so, but he does
In
leave.
there, Francis.
Yeah, he was like on his way out, still looking at the food, which is a funny thing. But so it was fun. Harrison comes back and he's telling the table, he's like, I'm so excited, I got to meet Francis and everything. And so that was fun. We're all describing him, and 20 minutes later, it's our turn to leave. We go outside, and when we are starting to walk out, Francis is still out there. So I'm trying to get like the rest. I'm like telling like Abby and Rachel. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, that's Francis. That's Francis. And Harrison is walking in front of us. And as we're walking away, he just goes, have a good night, Francis. And Francis whipped his head around. Like, I mean, it was like his dead grandmother had just come back to life and spoke to him. The look on his face, dude, was so funny. I mean, this dude had never been more confused in his entire life.
Yes. Like, how does this guy know my name?
Yes, dude.
How does anyone that's not on Cinzetti's staff know my name?
It was the funniest thing. And I know it's like definitely wasn't you had to be there, but just out of nowhere. Have a good night, Francis. Just whips around. I mean, like broke his neck looking at Harrison, and we were just covering our
Oh my
mouths.
goodness.
I mean, he just stared at Harrison the whole time he's
Yeah.
walking back to his car, like, who is this?
Yeah,
What?
he's like, who's
does this guy
my
want to
stalker?
kill me? Yeah.
My swim friend. Swim fan. Yeah.
And oh my gosh, I laughed about that the rest of the night.
Holy
Have a
cow.
good night, Francis.
He was just loitering outside of Cinzetti's.
I don't know if he was waiting on an Uber or what. He was just standing there.
Oh
and
my
yeah,
goodness.
Harrison just hit him with the have a good night,
Have a good night,
Francis.
Francis.
Dude, if you could have seen, his neck whip. Oh, it was he was so thrown off by Harrison calling my name.
That's
so
amazing.
that was it. You really had to be there,
Well,
but
I'm
it was
sure-
so
yeah.
funny.
Yeah, I like the idea of like Isaac trying to do it too, because Isaac would go way too far with it and be like, Francis, you've been eating a lot tonight, man. Or just a quick like, hey, have a good night, Francis. Especially like have a good night. Like he might be thinking about that for a while. Like, what did that guy mean?
I think so. Yeah, I
Have
think
a
it was
good-
like he
like-
did not sleep well.
Yeah.
Francis is.
Hey, sleep well tonight, Francis. Like, what?
Hey, I'm glad you went back for seconds on that pepperoni, Francis.
Dude, like,
Yeah.
I love the idea of that guy being a celebrity to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in Cinzetti's, that guy's king.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like,
Francis.
like I think you should have hyped it up more and been like, hey man, like this is my second time here in a few weeks, and each time we've been here, you have just been the belle of the ball, and I just wanted my friends to like meet you. I don't know,
Yeah.
like because he's there by himself.
Yeah.
I
Well, we
don't know.
might have another opportunity soon because Rachel's parents are coming down this upcoming weekend for Labor Day.
Oh,
And I
okay.
guess the only thing that Rachel's dad wants to do is golf and go to Cinzetti's.
Yeah.
Because he heard us talk about it. He's like, I got to see this
Yeah.
place.
What did
I have to
everyone
see
else
this.
think of it? Had
Oh,
Harrison
they
have
thought
a
it was
good-
awesome.
Yeah.
I think Abby and Rachel probably didn't like it as much as we did, but I think they still like this place is pretty cool.
Sure.
They got salad.
Yeah,
Did
So
you try
yeah.
the lava cakes?
No shug, dude. No shug.
Oh,
Even at Cinzetti's.
even on your birthday.
Even on my
at
birthday.
Cinzetti's.
Honestly,
for
I
you.
might have done better on my birthday than I've done other days.
Wow.
Really?
Because I had fruit, so no added sugar, but I had
Right.
fruit for breakfast. And then Rachel made me turkey and mustard sandwiches to take to the golf course. Scott can confirm. You weren't my cart, but I ate them with Luke.
Love it.
And
I heard you talk about them.
yeah, had water because the golf courses are tough to eat at anyway.
You're
when
getting
you-
so old so quickly. Like,
and
like
I'm
all
getting
of a
so
sudden.
skinny so quickly.
yeah, that's right.
And then that night just had pasta, and there's probably a little bit of sugar in some of the stuff I'm eating. Like I think there's a little bit in the bread, and there's a little bit in maybe like pasta sauce.
So you're not eating sweets, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
but like
is-
no desserts really.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good for you.
Yeah,
That's remarkable.
Rachel made me try, which is so funny. Rachel's like the health nut, and she is like so encouraging of like cheat days. She's like, "It's your birthday, have some." I'm like,
Yeah.
no,
Try it.
I for my birthday, I want to celebrate discipline. All right, I don't want Andes. And so she was like, she swore, she's like, "This is sugar-free ice cream," and I had a couple bites of it. I was like, "There's just no way. Like, I'm not even gonna eat this thing. I feel there's no way this is."
Sugar-free ice cream? Where?
It tasted amazing. It's Cinzetti's.
Some there.
It
Oh,
was
really?
crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know what they put in. I mean,
Sucralose. And
if they
Erythritol.
if they can make it taste that good, it can't be better for you than
Yeah.
the normal ice cream.
that's probably
It's
true. Yeah.
amazing.
That's crazy.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it was a good time.
You feel older? 31 years.
Please don't ask me questions like that.
Uh,
I didn't get my hair cut, just got my ears lowered.
how'd you feel about it, buddy? Did you wake up with a little bit of a sore back?
Another trip around the sun.
And what do you think about it?
Scott, did you watch our Mood Swings old man video yet?
I saw it, but I haven't watched it
Oh.
yet. Yeah, I'm excited to watch
I watched it.
Hey, thanks, Brad.
You're welcome.
I'm very excited.
What'd you
to
think?
watch
Did it
it.
remind you of all the old guys on the golf course?
All of them, all the ones with blue hair,
Classic.
you know.
I know. Trey got two. He's like, hey, I'm ordering some wigs for us. I'm like, great.
Yeah.
He takes the one that looks exactly like an old man. In mine, everyone's like, call me Gary Busey. Mine did not look, I did not look like an old man at all.
I just love golf.
I love golf.
Yeah, because I like went to a thrift store. I like went and got a nasty like ratty old polo. I got like probably 15-inch inseam cargo shorts, and then I got a wooden club. I was doing my part to look like an old man, but then the wig, I was like, dang it, I thought it was gonna be more old manish. So it was a weird wig.
Yeah, it was more like 40-year-old like suburban mom who like does Pure Bar or something like that, like a little like short pixie cut kind of.
Yeah, I mean,
You
it
know?
was definitely it couldn't have helped. I would have been better to just put a hat on.
It was great. I enjoyed watching it though. Your
Yeah,
flop shot was funny.
yeah, it was wild.
Yeah.
I've watched that 5 times. I still don't know how I did it.
I can't wait to watch it. I'm gonna watch it as soon as we're done.
Cool.
I'm a golfer now. I went golfing. This
Yeah,
weekend.
talk to us about
Yeah.
golf.
Yeah. So I had a fantasy football weekend with my buddies, and Saturday we went golfing. We did a little. They call it scramble. I don't know if you've heard of this.
Oh, we gotta try that.
Yeah, it's like 2 different teams, 4-on-4, and you just play the best ball every time.
You get to
Um,
play the best shot every time.
Whoa.
It-
Wow.
And so it's called best ball.
Subjective.
It's called best ball.
It's called scramble.
Scramble.
I think, No, but my team was like there was 8 of us total. One of the guys was easily the best player. Like last year, there were 2 really good like golfers. This time it was like Matt is the best player by
So it's
far.
like, Brad, why don't you go on Matt's team?
Yeah, we did like a random wheel like generator of teams. But when I got on Matt's team, I was like, yes. I mean, it was kind of like I should be on Matt. Like it would make. But there are a few other guys that are as bad, if not worse.
They
Than
don't really golf
Yeah.
either. Yeah.
me.
So how'd it go? How'd you feel?
So yeah,
Push
it
P.
went.
What'd you wear? Yeah.
I pushed P a lot.
Yeah.
And other
P's
people,
nice.
Other people were starting to say it. It was great. I was like, should I push P here? And then we'd be like, I think I'm gonna push. Like guys, do that. I'm gonna push 5 here. I wore a golf polo
Yeah.
and
Talk to
shorts.
What brand polo?
Ping.
Ping.
Ooh.
Okay. Was it a moisture wicking? We talking 92% polyester, 8% spandex.
Yes, probably.
Cool.
I was the Zoysia.
Oh yeah.
I don't think this surely is not Zoysia. I played in
Surely not.
surely not Zoysia.
Zoysia.
My podcast. We played in like the middle of nowhere, Missouri, Lawson, Missouri. Like there were a few, like another like group of golfers. There was a guy with the cutoff shirt on. Like this is the most Missouri place ever.
Hidden Valley Golf Course.
I think so.
How about that?
It was great. I mean, it was exactly what we needed for how bad we were. You
Yeah.
know, like we didn't feel bad about anything. But anyway, I was on Matt's team, and so me along with the other 2 guys on my team, Alan and Jeremy, we were like, okay. Like we just need to like have competition within each other of like whoever's
How many
ball
balls?
gets used
Yeah,
the
yeah.
most. Yeah.
Like who could make the most putts, basically.
And so like, yeah, basically. And then halfway through we're like, okay, that's important to like, yeah, use your ball. But really if you like use one, like the driving ball, like whatever you want to call that, the tee shot.
Tee shot.
Like that you get an asterisk. The driving ball, scramble drive ball. Shut up. I don't know about golf. So anyway, that was like a big deal if we could get like use one of our driving balls. My driving ball never got used. There was one time
Did you
where
hit some hard though?
where we almost I did. Like my friend was like, if Matt wasn't playing with us, we would have used your ball a lot more.
Okay.
There was one time where we almost used my drive ball because we couldn't find Matt's shot. And then we found it later. But I was
second place to drive.
I would have
ball.
had the first star next to my number. But
I'm looking all over the course to see what their grass might be.
There's no way they
probably
know.
not a good sign that they're not advertising it.
I think it was $35 or something.
They're like, I mean, it's just clover, just overgrown clover.
It's ragweed.
Oh, it was great. I loved it. It was a beautiful day for golf. I mean, you golfed, I guess, or on Saturday.
Yeah,
it was a beautiful
hot.
day for it.
We can talk about that.
I thought it was nice. Was it hot?
It was toasty.
Yeah, it was warm. I think
was
heat
in
index
Missouri.
is like high 90s, but
Really?
yeah, it was nice. Yeah.
But anyway, it was fun. Trying to think. I mean, golf is just an interesting thing that I'm not used to. Like, I mean, this is such an obvious thing, but like, it is hard sometimes to find your ball.
So Trey, the same day we filmed that Old Man video, we filmed another sketch called like First Time Golfing.
Yeah.
Because it's not that long ago that Trey and I remember what it's like.
Yeah.
And that was one of the big things. Like, how are you guys seeing where your ball goes?
Right.
Yeah.
Like Luke especially has something going. He can find, he's like a basset hound out
Yeah.
there. And you know, it's like he has like some like geo compass inside his brain.
Yeah.
He'll hit one so far out of bounds, he'll be gone for 90 seconds. Like, found it.
Yeah.
And he's got a little logo. It's like, you know, it's his ball. It's not like he's
right.
lying. It's like, how do you like, he has such good idea. I think just the more you play, you have a good idea like how hard I hit it. So how far that probably goes.
Right.
And good idea of how balls bounce off oak trees.
Yeah. I mean, that's another thing that I thought was so funny as a not first time golfer. I'm sure you're just used to it. The sound that a ball makes when it goes into trees made me die laughing
Yes,
every time.
dude. I laughed so hard.
My friend would always make like anytime that happens, it's usually like really good contact, but just right into the tree. So
Yeah.
it's just like and I laughed, you know, of course, like it's not a good shot. So my friend's frustrated. But I thought it was hilarious.
Trey Kennedy is the king of hitting like different trees in one shot. You know, it's like barely hitting the first one and then really hitting the second one. And it makes me laugh every time.
Yeah.
You get two different, he goes branch, then stump. You know, it's like two really different sounds.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's fun.
And that's another thing, like talk about like Luke has his own logo on the ball. Like, I mean, I used multiple different like random balls that my
Oh yeah. Like,
friend
what ball
gave
you
me.
hit? And you're like, dude,
Like,
I don't know.
Dude, yeah, like
White?
Is this your you know, whatever, Wilson? I'm like, I don't know. Maybe, let me see it. Like your Titleist 1? I thought I had a Titleist 3, but I don't know, whatever.
No, it could have been.
Yeah, sure. Callaway, I think. Yeah, I don't know. So
Yeah.
it's,
Going back to Luke, on Saturday, there was a specific moment where I hit a ball 5 yards into some tall grass. Luke hit his 30 yards left of mine into trees. I mean, Isaac and I are looking for my ball for 3 or 4 minutes. Luke walks in the woods for 30 seconds. He goes, found Indiana.
Yeah.
His ball had like an Indiana logo on it. And he just trots out of the woods. I was like, there's no way.
BassettHoundHoagland.com.
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah, I don't know. I had a lot of fun. I only lost 2 balls. So that's not bad.
No way.
Yeah.
That's great.
I really didn't play well.
Is it pretty wide open course? With a lot of woods.
Oh, no, I'm sure. No, it was pretty wide open. I mean, I definitely like hit gotten some trees. I don't know if I ever got in trees actually.
Either way, that's
I
great.
got some tall grass. I got
Fescue?
maybe.
Could have been.
It was like wheat looking grass.
Wheatgrass.
Wheatgrass.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what that means.
Bent grass.
No, what was I gonna say? I don't know. I think like my highs were pretty high. My lows were pretty low.
You know what I mean?
mean?
Make any putts? Help out the team?
I did make 2 putts.
Nice.
Those are 2 of my shots that we used.
Did they make you putt first?
Second? No,
Okay.
like the 3 of us, like besides Matt, we're all decently similar. Like Alan was probably a little bit better than like Jeremy and I were bad. Like there was one time, I forget what I said. Oh, I remember what I said. I was like it was on the 18th hole. Like it is so tempting for me not to talk in people's backswing and mess with them. And so finally on the 18th hole, I was like, all right, Jay, just like, hey, nice and easy here. And then like right before he starts swinging, I'd go, just like your mama. And he just shanked it. And like, if you know what, like the way he talks, he's like, dang it, Brad. You know, like the way.
Is it Jeremy Holiday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember Jay Hall. So anyway, it was so like he and I were definitely on the same plane for most of it.
Do you have any other like first time golfer biffs?
I'm sure.
Try to tee up a ball in the fairway.
Well, yeah, no, I didn't.
Struggle to get the tee in the ground.
Yeah.
I think I
Drive the golf cart on the green. You walk through a sand trap. You walk through people's lines.
I don't know if there was a single sand trap. That's how. No, I know about all that stuff.
Okay.
Here's something I was interested or like surprised by was like my friends that were more golfers, like were really, really concerned about getting there at a certain time and like starting. Like,
Yeah.
Like I think our tee time was 9:44 and it was like 9:32 and I was on the driving range. Like we should probably get going. We should probably go over there. And I'm like, yeah, it's right there, right?
Yeah.
And then like 2 minutes later, they're like, Matt Gilbert. Do they do that? Do they always like
You got announced?
I guess.
I've been announced once.
It's usually
Ever.
if you're not checked in and they're like, okay, where is this group at? They'll be like,
Yeah, we checked in.
Matt
and
Gilbert on the
everything.
tee.
Yeah, I don't know. It was like one of those things was like, why are people so like, there's not that many people here or whatever.
That was the very first shot we did in the first time golfing video. I'm walking in, not even carrying my bag on my shoulder. I'm like holding it like
I'm scared to carry it wrong, so I just carry it like that.
So that's exactly what we did
Like
in the video.
luggage.
Yeah,
Like a duffel bag.
Yeah, like a briefcase.
Well, because I have like the golf bag that has like a backpack looking thing.
Just
It's got
another day
two
in the
straps.
office.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing there.
I don't know which leg to put it through.
Yeah, I don't know how to do it for the stirrups.
So yeah, I'm just holding it like this, and yeah, Trey's like, "Dude, where have you been? Our tee time's in 2 minutes." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm 2 minutes early. Who cares?" You know, because first they're like, "I'm here before the tee time."
Yeah, they were like so concerned about it because like we all have this inside joke about we love Casey's breakfast pizza, so we're all like, we need to go.
Rachel
to
was just talking about this.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
So good.
So it's like a tradition that we were going to go to Casey's beforehand, but we didn't have time this time because we were only like 30 minutes early. I was like, we got plenty of time.
Yeah.
Let's go. And they're like, no, we got to get there. We got to check in and all this stuff. So, is it like very normal, like every time after the ninth hole to go to the clubhouse? Is that like everyone always does that?
Not for like a full meal, but you go and get like a snack and a drink.
Yeah. That was interesting.
I remember one time when we were on tour in like Virginia or something somewhere. Me, Trey, and Alan, all very new to golf, had no idea. We sat down, had about a 30-minute lunch at the turn. Just had no
Everybody
idea.
does this, right?
Yeah.
What's the guy's name that like just drives around and like intimidates you? The Marshall?
Marshall.
I don't like those guys.
No.
That's exactly who I'm always complaining about. The old white guys on the
really?
golf course. Yeah.
Yeah, like this guy just came and like made fun of me for being from Johnson County. And yeah. And then he was like, just watching us golf. And I was like, please don't watch me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get
for
better.
being a Marshall and Lawson.
But anyway, yeah.
Martial laws.
It was, martial laws.
Marshall.
I mean, overall, it was fun though. As I was there, I was like, I see why Jake and Scott, I see why you're so into it. Like, it's fun.
There's something
it's fun to
addicting
be
about
out there.
yeah.
Like, just like you feel like you're probably way more active than you are. Not that you're not active at all. Like you get out and you're walking around to get your ball or whatever, but like you're not doing that much exercise, but you feel productive out there.
You're outside for hours. Yeah.
I loved it. I mean, it was really fun. And it was fun because these guys are pretty similar in skill.
You didn't feel
level
like
to me.
it'd be like going on a ski trip. People who all grew up skiing. It's like,
Right.
well, this isn't fun for you or me because I'm just lagging behind.
I'm
And
not a mogul on the moguls.
no,
And so if we ever do go golfing, I would like to be placing a scramble.
scramble.
Yeah.
I would love to golf with you, Brett.
Yeah.
I'd
that'd be fun.
like to do drive ball, scramble,
Yeah.
best tee,
Long
something like
drive
that. No, anyway, it was really fun. I definitely had better drives than I did. We'll say chips, I think is what they're called.
We'll call them chips.
I would wager that your lowest of lows might have been slightly higher than Isaac's lowest of lows in our golf match.
Oh my! Yeah, so
Isaac-
Okay.
not only did he take a step backwards, but he hit a ball backwards.
What?
Yeah,
He defied the laws of physics.
he hit a ball
On his
teed up
backswing?
on his what do you call them? Drive balls.
Drive ball.
Drive balls.
Yeah.
He was hitting a drive ball, and I think just skimmed. So the ball's sitting on a tee. He's got a driver. He's hitting it,
Yeah, drive ball.
normally when you would, and I think skimmed the top of it so lightly on his way down, I guess, that it shot the ball backwards, just for like a few inches, and then it skipped and bounced up in front of him. But its first impact was behind him. We were all just.
How do you even do that?
Luke like doubled over laughing, and I was just in shock. I was
Yeah,
like,
that's like a trick shot.
Oh, how did you? Yeah, that's what we said.
Luke and I were both 90-degree angle, bent over laughing.
I couldn't believe it what I had seen. I was like, yo, how did that?
How
Wow.
did you do that?
Yeah. I was like, the only other person I've seen do this is Rachel's dad. And that's not good.
Oh man.
Carefree.
Yeah, we had fun though. We ended up losing by one stroke, even with the best player.
Oh.
Sound familiar, Scott?
Oh really?
Me and Luke Hoagland took him down.
Yeah,
But
we,
also, Scott's partner was hitting the ball backwards. So and then maybe that had something to do with it.
it was a compelling match. I mean, we've talked about before, not always do we come down to the last hole, but like Luke and Jake got off to a 2-shot lead immediately. First hole, they birdied. And then I don't think they birdied another hole till like the 14th hole or something.
Here's what you need to know. Me and Luke, steady. Steady. Isaac, up and down.
On the golf course. Steady hand.
Steady hand. Steady pars. Pars mainly. Pars mainly. Steady hand.
Number 1.
Number 4 on par 4s.
I'm good golfer. The best.
And Scott and Isaac. We're more like the moguls.
Yeah, we had 6 birdies. Isaac and I did,
and still lost. Stupid.
Unbelievable.
Lost on the 18th hole.
You know what that's like, Brad.
Yeah. I do have a few. I went to the casino twice this weekend, so I have some stories from this.
I have a quick casino. In between your casino stories, I'll tell you a casino sentence.
Night 1 casino. So we went to Ameristar both times, which I'm not very familiar with.
Gosh, you had a weekend, dude.
Dude, 3 nights in a row, I stayed up till 3 a.m.
You did casino and fantasy football.
Yeah.
And golf.
And golf.
You had a birthday weekend better night.
It was wonderful. like Catherine's so dead tired from watching the kids without me. And
all 3 kids.
And and I keep being like, I'm so tired, but I know I shouldn't like complain to you.
I can't say I'm tired.
I'm self-inflicted tired.
Yeah.
Like today I was trying to do all this stand-up stuff and I was like, I am having a hard time with attention span because I'm so tired, but it's my fault. So whatever. No, but we went to the casino first night. We were all like, my friends love like that we go to the casino. They think it's so fun. They don't go very often. I don't go very often anymore, unless it's with my friends. And we get there, and this guy, I don't even know how much I want to tell the story because it's the dealer. We had the worst dealer in the world, essentially, is the story. His name's Chuck. He was massive, first of all. And
most Chucks are.
Yeah.
If you're skinny, you go by Charles.
Yeah,
if you're big,
Charlie.
you go to
and
Chuck.
Charlie. Hey, Charlie. Oh, what's up, Chuck? But Chuck, it should have been a sign. It was a packed casino on a Friday night. No one's at Chuck's table.
Oh.
And so I walk up and I'm like, is this just normal blackjack? And he's kind of nodded his head. And I was like, okay, let's do it. Let's play. Yeah, let's go, guys.
Name's Chuck.
And so first of all, he just made fun of all of us, thinking that we were all part of the same party, AKA all loving each other.
Oh.
We'll say. He's like, which one of you is the ringleader? And I swear the first 15 seconds, he goes, all right, well, Big Daddy over here is the ringleader. I'm like, okay, this guy's awesome. Chuck! We were all so excited. And, when you're in the casino, like you're playing blackjack, they have waitresses come over and they're like, you guys want any drinks? And none of us got anything.
Yeah.
And he got so mad at us for that.
Oh, really?
I was like, what? And I was like, okay, Chuck, like maybe we'll get something later, but like we're not. He's like, everyone get some drinks. And we're like, you're not going to peer pressure us, bro.
Yeah, that is kind of weird. Sometimes I feel like cart girls on the golf course would do that. It's like, I'm trying to think of what I want. And they're like, you guys want some shots? It's like, not that.
That's what the cart girl said to Isaac on Saturday.
Well, Isaac is just getting hit on constantly. Top golf waiters, women on Facebook Marketplace. Everybody loves Isaac.
That's right. Yeah. I don't blame him.
He's got the hands on his chest.
But anyway, so this guy was just, we were playing a $15 table because that was the minimum.
Okay.
Bets. And we were having fun. We're like, yeah, let's go. And he's like, you guys are getting excited about $15 wins. I shouldn't have said this.
Let us be excited.
I shouldn't have said this next part. Hands up. But I'm just going to be honest with what I said. Well, how much you get paid an hour, Chuck?
That's great.
I felt bad as it was coming out of my mouth. I was like, this guy's being mean to us.
No,
I'm going to be mean back.
I get it. I mean, we're all having fun and you were like trying to pull us back down from like having fun.
Like you want us to just be like irresponsible with our bets here?
Or just be like, oh, I just won $40.
Yeah.
Hey, shh.
So then I did get a little bit like zany with my bets. I think I bet like a $50 hand and then I doubled it down and I won $100.
Oh.
And like, it was a big bet, like for anybody.
Stink it, Chuck.
Stink it. And I was kind of quiet, because he was like making fun of us. So we weren't like talking and like making fun of him too bad because like we're nice people for the most part. But I win $100. I was like, let's go. He's like, oh, well, he's not talking unless he wins. And then he wins the big bet and he just opens his mouth.
Oh.
And I'm like, Chuck,
wow,
you dog. So anyway,
that's too bad. It's
really
annoying
was.
that there's people out there like that.
Because usually when we go, it's like the dealers are our friends.
They're on your side. They know the more you win, the more they're going to get tipped. Like, why would they not be on your side?
We hadn't tipped him yet because I'm like, I'm not tipping this guy.
Yeah.
And so as the night progressed, he just got like more and more depressing.
Dang.
Like he just like didn't talk to us. We'd be like, every once in a while, there's a hand that you're not really sure what to do with. We're like, what would you, what do you think, Chuck? He's like, it's up to you. Up to you. And we're like, okay, well, what would you do? I'd hit it. It's like, okay, well.
Oh, that was the first
and
answer.
that happened like 5 times. And finally we were like, just tell us, dude. But at the casino, they're on for a while. They take a break and they come back. And so this guy left and this other guy came named Storm. Oh, Storm. We love Storm.
Yeah.
We're like, Storm, you are a breath of fresh air. He wasn't even that exciting of a guy. He was just not mean to us. And we just we're winning and doing pretty well. And we're like, okay, it's whatever time, 1:30 in the morning. When Chuck comes back, we're all cashing out.
Yeah.
Out here. And so literally Chuck comes back. We're like, ooh, 118. We better get out of here. And we all just left right then. So that was night one at the casino. It was fun. I think almost all of us left up that night. So that was a good night. So
that's fun.
That's so fun. About night two.
Yeah. My just quick interjection is on the night of my birthday, I see a DM, and the DM is from the mother of a woman I've dated. Okay. And I was like, maybe this is going to be about my birthday. That's impressive that she remembered it. Either way, I'm enticed by why she's DMing me. And I go and look at it, and it says, hey, kind of random. I'm at Argosy Casino right now. And they just yelled, Steve Triplett, you have 2 minutes to come get your prize. So just wanted to let you know. I was like, what in the world? That is so random.
It wasn't him, though.
No, I talked to my dad earlier on the phone that day. I mean, I knew he wasn't in Kansas City. And if he was, I would hope he would be with his son on his birthday and not at the casino.
Boy, degenerate, Steve.
Yeah, I didn't even call my dad just because I didn't want to hear the bad news. Yeah. Just in case he's like, yeah, I'm here. I didn't want to know.
Pull me away from the table, son. I'm sorry.
I mean, you heard I won the jackpot. Obviously, it worked out.
Me and your mother, we love to travel, so.
Had to go to a different buffet tonight.
Yeah, cruise ships are down still, so I had to go to the casino. Yeah, it was so random. And I've heard before in the area, certain people are like, triplet. Are you related to the Liberty triplets? So I guess in Liberty, Missouri, there's a family of triplets.
Oh, I know. Did you know the Jeunesse family from Kennecott?
Jeunesse is the last name?
Uh-huh.
Oh, cool. Sounds like two first names. No, don't know them.
Okay, well, her maiden name is Triplet.
Oh, cool.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, don't know him, but I assume it was some lucky Steve from Liberty won a jackpot.
Night two at the casino. We go back and we were walking in and my friend was like, take a picture of this and send it to one of our other friends. So I was pulling my phone to look, take a picture. And I was kind of feeling self-conscious about taking this picture as I'm walking in because there's this group of people. So I walk back and in Kansas City, you always look and see if you recognize people. So I just looked at him and I stopped and I was like, kind of pointed at this guy. I was like, what's up, Jordy? Jordy Nelson hanging out at the casino.
No.
What? Yeah. I was like, big fan, man. Gave him a handshake and walked away.
Nelson?
Shake the hand, walk away. Yeah.
Shake the hand, walk away.
Shake a hand, walked away. They were all like, the whole group of them, there was probably like 10 of them. They were all in Royal stuff. So I think they must have gone to the game and they were there afterwards.
Just some K-State friends probably?
Yeah. K-State or he lives in Kansas still.
Right.
Because he went to K-State. This is a
NFL
wide receiver, played at K-State. Played for the Packers for a long time.
Caught a lot of touchdowns from Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, probably in Packers records.
Do you think more people know about Jordy Nelson than Tyson McGuffin?
I think more people on the pickleball court would know about Jordy Nelson than Tyson McGuffin.
I think we go to Meadowbrook Park. And
that's a bet you might actually win. Might.
Okay. That is a follow-up question.
But they were just getting to the casino, so Jordy was like, all around the casino, and there was one point where me and my friends there was 4 out of the 5 spots being taken at our blackjack table. He's across the way, and I just go, Jordy! We got an extra spot here for you, man. And he's like, what are you playing? And I don't know why that froze me up so much, but I was like,
you play football, but I don't play football.
It's called blackjack. He's trying to get 21s. But I just
we doing drive balls, scrambles.
Yeah. Oh, we scrambled earlier, so yeah.
He so confidently invites him to the table and then freezes up.
Well, yeah, because because I think he to my credit, he was at a table for double deck blackjack, which is different than we were playing 6-deck blackjack, and so that's where it kind of flew. I was like, do I say 6-deck blackjack or do I say blackjack? Blackjack. And he kind of laughed and just kind of kept playing over there.
That's cool that you recognized him. You think you recognize him from K-State? Because I think football players are some of the hardest sport to recognize because they're always wearing helmets.
Especially him because he's like a wide receiver. He's white. And so honestly, I think he very much blended into the crowd. He didn't look like this burly, strong guy. He looked like a normal, relatively tall guy. That was about it.
Double deck blackjacker.
Anyway, but that was really fun seeing Jordy there. So
that's fun.
Yeah.
That reminded me, speaking of...
He was at Chuck's table too. Sorry, one thing.
Oh.
Jordy was playing at Double Deck Chuck. And out of nowhere, we hear him just go, let's go, Chuck. You're my guy, Chuck. And I was like, And one of my friends just goes, "Oh, Jordy, no, Jordy,
Oh, Jordy.
no, Jordy."
Like he's a child at friend of yours.
Yeah.
Jordy does this.
I should have made fun of Chuck, and maybe Jordy would have come over, but it's all good. So
that reminded me because I ran into someone else. This happened like last week or so. A K-State person that you know, Brad.
let's see if I can guess it without you saying anything.
This would be impressive.
I don't know. Give me one little thing.
Well, I don't know. She knows you from something. It
Fun.
may not be K-State. I think it is though.
But she went to K-State?
I think.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's where
How
she
fun.
knows you
This
from.
is even better.
Maiden name
Uh-huh.
is the theme is baseball.
Ooh, baseball. Slammer. Baseball.
That was a nickname for her, not actually her maiden name.
Pitcher.
Yastrzemski.
Baseball.
Ruth.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Megan Wrightfield.
What?
Megan Wrightfield.
Is that an actual person?
No.
I was like, no way. Megan Wrightfield.
Oh yeah, Tiffany Pitcher's Mound.
Yeah. Lauren
Oh,
Ball.
Bobby Bullpen.
Alice
BOBBI.
Bunt.
Yeah. Baseball related. Batter.
Jennifer Storm the Mound? Was that his name?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Stephanie Daryl Strawberry?
Hey, close though. Close.
Really?
In a way.
In what way?
Team.
Mets?
Mets.
Oh, I thought he was
Yankees?
Yeah.
Yankees.
Yankee?
Play
Oh,
football.
Julie Yankee.
There you go.
Oh, fun.
Did she go to K-State?
Yes. And
Okay.
and Kennecott.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, she's wonderful.
So
How'd you meet her?
I'm at Casey's. There's this one place off like, is it 151st kind of down here
Mhm.
in Olathe by the airport? And Rachel calls it the Iowa corner because they have Casey's and Fairway. Fairway is like,
What is Fairway?
it's like a tiny grocery store, but it's big in Iowa. Everyone, I think they only shop at Fairways
Okay.
out there. I think they have
Nice.
Hy-Vees too, but anyway, and Casey's is also, I think New Hartford, Iowa, where Rachel's from, only has like 6 functioning businesses, for-profit businesses, and Casey's is one of them.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
they
yeah.
love Casey's there, and right next to each other is Casey's and Fairway.
Heck
It'd be like seeing a Hy-Vee in Nevada. Like this, I know Hy-Vee.
Right,
This
right,
is
right,
great.
right.
Anyway, so I was gonna get Rachel like a couple like fun. I was gonna get her like something from Casey's and Fairway, and so I was there. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna clean up my car. It's got some trash in it, and so I done one haul, come back for another, and in my hands,
Multiple hauls.
yeah.
What kind of animal you got?
Yo, what kind of So there's another haul just for leg hair.
It's from the kids. It's the son. My
sorry,
son.
my
He
kiddo.
is a mess.
he
He is just bonkers for these frozen Cokes from McDonald's. I don't know. Huh?
So in my hands, I have a bunch of Chick-fil-A wrappers. And in the other hand, I have a dryer sheet and an apple core. Okay.
I mean, the kids go big gangbusters over the dryer sheet apple core combo.
I don't know,
huh?
something about them together. I
It's
don't
a
know.
TikTok trend.
And yeah, you're out of pocket if you think this is if this isn't cool. So this is what I have in my hands. And then I hear Jake Triplet. I'm like, this is not how I want to be recognized. It's got dryer sheet and apple core. And I walk over there, still these things in my hand. And she's like, hey, my name's Julie. I know Brad from yada yada.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is so fun. We talked for a little bit, but where she was in the parking lot, she was like blocking someone in. So the whole time I could not focus. I was like,
Oh,
oh
gosh.
boy, oh no.
Sure.
And I got the apple core, the dryer sheet. And so we're talking catch up. She's like, can we please get a selfie? Like she just like, I think just adopted some kids she'd been fostering.
Uh-huh.
Seemed cool.
Yeah.
And she's like, my, whatever year old loves you guys. Can I get a selfie with you? I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Of course. But meanwhile, this car like they're like slowly backing up and we were right in their way. I'm like, okay, yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Take a
yeah.
selfie. We go take the selfie. 10, 9. It was on a self timer.
It's on a timer. Let's just let it go.
I was like, no, it's okay. I'll have time to fix my hair. And so, yeah, it was really fun. And she said that she was like, I know Brad. And I think my cousin, Grace Lemaster. And at that time, Rachel was out to dinner with Lindy Lemaster. I was like, Rachel's out to dinner with your cousin right now.
That's funny. I was about to guess Grace Lemaster when you said, I think you know her from camp or
Really?
K-State, which I don't have a personal relationship with her at all.
Like just a fun guess.
Yeah, that was just my random guess.
Anyway,
I know
fun
you're friends with her.
run in, fun
Fun.
selfie.
Julie Yankee.
She's got a
Kingsland.
new name now, but
Kingsland. Yeah. That's great.
Casey's.
I'm a famous guy, Jake,
yeah.
this week.
Well, you hang out with billionaires.
And Jordy Nelson.
And
So yeah, the other day we went to Oklahoma Joe's, me and my buddies, and it's a long line. We're waiting there, and my friends kind of make fun of me already for like, oh, you got a podcast, you got a YouTube channel, whatever. I'm like, yeah, I'm a normal, you know me, I'm just normal. And this guy comes up to us and he's like, hey man, I don't want to be weird or anything, but like, are you Brad from Gene Force Comedy?
Nice.
And that was like, he kept saying, I don't want to be weird, but then just like ask me very normal questions. Like, I don't want to be weird, but like, do you live here? And anyway, but he was like really complimentary. He's like, you guys are so funny. That last video, the male translator video you guys did was so funny. Whatever, all those different things. And so my friends just thought it was the coolest thing they'd ever seen in their life. They're like, oh my gosh. Like, did you pay that guy to come and like talk? And I was like, no. And they're like, does that happen to you very often? I was like, not really.
That guy.
Yeah. Obviously not really thinking that.
I'll buy you a Z-Man if you come over. And
yeah. Anyway, but we go through the line. I have my food. I go and talk to that guy a little bit longer. He asks me more really weird questions like, where are you from? And
do you like making videos?
Yeah. I don't mean to be weird or anything, but like, is this your full-time job? Or, it was so fun. I mean, he was a really kind, cool dude. Then we sit down, we're eating, and this other guy's like, Brad? And he comes up to me and I'm like, what's up, dude? And he's like, I just want to say I love your videos. And like my friends are dying. Like they're like, look at this guy. You can't take him anywhere. And I'm like, this does not happen as often as it seems.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, but this kid was from Columbia, Missouri, and I was so close to ragging on him. But I didn't. He was a high school kid. He's like, I'm just in town doing a driver's license test or something.
Olivia Rodrigo.
Yeah, exactly. I know all about that.
Olivia Rodrigo concert, probably.
Anyway, but I felt really, really famous in front of my friends. Like my friends were like jokingly like, all right, from now on, I'm going to like stop them and be like, hey,
guys, he's
pictures right now. He's eating. He just wants some peace. He wants peace and quiet.
He just wants to live a normal life. Please.
One of my friends, as we were walking away, like we were walking past that family that recognized me, and he's like, I mean, I write all his jokes.
Just FYI, he runs it all past me before it goes online.
Right. Yeah, all that kind of stuff. So anyway, it was fun. It's been a while since I got recognized, so it's nice.
You're back.
I'm back.
You're back.
Mm-hmm.
Back at Joe's.
Real quick, we should have talked about this beforehand, but Guillotine League.
Yes.
Let's say something now on the podcast.
Good idea.
And then hold to it.
Okay. Wednesday?
No, I think
not Wednesday.
I think one league is on a Tuesday night and one league is on a Wednesday night. And then we're talking for the draft.
Okay.
Just so, you can kind of just like apply to be in whichever league fits your schedule.
Okay.
And there's 36 total spots, kind of, but me and Brad are in it. And if any of my friends want to, then they can also be in it.
Yeah. Okay. And let's say, well, we can figure out times later, but Wednesday's going to have to be a little bit later Central Standard Time, probably 9 p.m.
You want to be a Tuesday drafter? Oh wait, we're doing both.
Yeah,
we're doing both. We're doing both.
Sorry. This awkward thing of like,
no,
we can't do both.
Both.
So I guess it's really 32 spots, right? Because we're taking 4 of them.
Yeah, 32 spots. Also, did we
and
talk?
Scott's in it, 31. Rachel's in it, 30. Catherine's in it, 29. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, did we talk? Was it off the podcast or on the podcast about Rachel and Catherine being a team together?
We talked, at some point about it.
Either way,
really fun.
Rachel's so in.
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
she really wants to.
Sweet.
So that'll be fun. Make Sundays a little more fun.
Yeah, I'm really excited. It's going to be. I'm definitely going to get out very early again. Just my luck, but it's fine.
Double your chances. All right, well, that's all that really needs to be said. We will. The draft will be this upcoming Tuesday, and there'll be another league, or the draft is this upcoming Wednesday. We will post it
everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere. Yeah. Patreon, Facebook,
Instagram,
and Instagram stories.
Great, awesome. It'll be fun. Do you want to do some s'mores?
Oh, I forgot about that. Let's get into it.
Okay,
let's get into it.
S'mores.
So,
s'mores.
You're probably wondering, what are they saying? And that's a good question because I had a little trouble knowing what they were saying earlier.
I had the idea as I was driving over here. All sorts of talk shows do Mount Rushmore. It's like, you pick a 4 best of some category. Oftentimes Mount Rushmore is based on sports. Like who's on your Mount Rushmore of point guards or whatever. So I was like, we should start doing a Mount Rushmore segment where we just pick different things. I was thinking about one thing in particular that I thought was so disgusting as a kid, but now I like it. So I was like, what if we do a Mount Rushmore of things we didn't like as a kid, but now we like them. So
love it.
So, we were talking about it. Jake's like, but I think we should call it something different. But so
Scott's podcast. Scott's podcast. Let him talk. Let him talk.
I think we should do something different besides just calling it Mount Rushmore.
I was like, yeah, let's have our own name for it.
And so Scott, as he's eating this protein bar, just goes, s'mores.
And Brad's like, yeah.
Yeah, I like that. S'mores. That's fun. That's fun. And Jake's like, well, I think we should do it was one of those things where you could tell Jake did not like that idea. Jake's like, well, I think we should do something that has to do with 4s. Because Mount Rushmore has 4 heads.
Everyone's still staring at me when I say that. So I'm like, I guess I'll.
And I'm like, because you want since there's not 4 people picking out the 4 things. And he's like, No, because it's like 4 heads, whatever.
4 items at 4 heads.
And I was like, right, that's why we call it s'mores.
The name should be like Grand Slam.
Yeah,
like
you're
4.
Like, yeah,
like that is 4 of it.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, I was just like, whatever. I'm not going to get in an argument about this with you. Yeah, we're like Grand Slam. What else did we say? The Fab Four, Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four.
Whatever. And I don't know how we got
Quartet.
back around. But I was just like, I just don't understand why you don't think s'mores is a good idea. And he's like, that's just not that has nothing to do with
what does s'mores have to do with it?
And I was like, well, it's like Mount Rushmore, but you're just saying schmore. Something like I was like, just say that part like Rushmore. And I could tell Jake just was. You finally got it.
I was like,
okay.
I thought the whole time Scott was just saying s'mores,
But yeah,
like the marshmallow chocolate treat.
He was kind of like chewing his like, we should do s'mores.
I was just like, I have no. What is the connection between a s'more dessert and your top 4 favorite things?
So now I think it needs to be an inside joke that Jake is the only person that calls it s'mores, and the rest of us all call it s'mores. Because it's like the 8K camera thing where like Jake is just going like, look at him. He's like itching his neck right now, like so bothered that it doesn't make sense.
S'mores has nothing. Even when you think about it, there's 3 ingredients. There's not even 4 things. There's graham cracker, marshmallow, chocolate. There's not even 4 things in a s'more.
Oh yeah.
There's 3 things.
So anyway, the s'more for this week, the s'more topic is things you didn't like as a kid, but now you love. Okay.
And what we're going to do is, as we're going to list them off. It's like a draft. You can't take something that someone else has taken.
Yeah, I'll write them down.
And at the end of it, we would love if anyone, if they're feeling up to it, want to make a little graphic, want to put some in the Facebook group. Every week, you guys are going to vote on who had the best list. Like, who do you resonate with the most? Who had the best, most relatable, whatever. The one you can relate to the most. I'm like, yes, they had a great s'mores list this week.
And I think we should do it like a snake draft. So you would choose, like, whoever goes, it goes 1, 2, 3, and then back around 4, 5, 6, whatever. So would you like to decide the draft order?
Me, you, Scott.
Okay.
I don't know. Didn't put much onto it.
Okay, so what's your first s'more?
Things you didn't like as a kid, but you like now.
Right. S'more's number 1.
My first s'more
number 1.
My first one is going to be girls.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, I never didn't like girls, dude. I was always.
Same.
I watched Scott get kissed on the cheek in kindergarten.
You're like, that looks nice.
Jessica B. I was like, dang, how'd you get that, dude? I want that.
6 years old.
Yeah, that's okay. So your first answer is girls.
I went from very uninterested.
Do you remember when it was like, okay, I'm ready to.
It was about a year ago.
I think it was like,
a tough golf.
Yeah. Jake's like, I just don't get the allure, man.
I'm
don't content by myself.
Yeah, just make my little videos. Go home.
Sometimes I say I want my Jasmine, but I'm just really gonna have a girl that looks the exact opposite Jasmine someday. So
yeah, Rachel would beat up Jasmine so easily.
Oh yeah.
She
bumps that spiker into the ground.
Oh, speaking of that, we haven't lost volleyball in like 3 months. It's awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
So all your losing in basketball is like outweighed by
it evens out.
Yeah, good for you, because I'm just losing everything.
Okay, what is your s'more, Brad?
Okay, my first s'more is something I did not like to do when I was a little kid, and now I'm very lucky if I get to do it once, in a week or a month, is nap.
That is a great one.
I love to take a nap.
Yeah.
Solid nap is just, second to none.
Why do you think you didn't like it as a kid? Just it took you away from activities?
I didn't see the allure of really, sleeping. It was like, I want to wake up and play video games, or like, I want to stay up late, and honestly, I probably should just put sleep in general, but I want to stay up later and like do more stuff, and practice my guitar, learn some Jack Johnson songs.
Learn some Jack Johnson.
I was imagining being 5 years old, so now I don't know how old you are.
Kids are minors of all sorts.
Okay, I want to learn Jack Johnson. So your mom was like making you nap when you're like 16?
No. I guess, maybe I should say sleep. No, I said nap. I'm sticking with nap.
Nap's fine.
I guarantee you I wasn't excited to take a nap as a 3-year-old though. Like Bo is not ever excited to go down.
I think that's where it makes the most sense. Yeah, as a kid.
Okay, Scott?
Okay, Scott, your s'more?
My first s'more is just talking with friends. Like, I felt like when I was young, and
never want to just hang out.
Yeah, our parents would get together. The kids would go play. We'd always be doing stuff, but the parents would just sit in the living room and talk.
And you're like, what's the allure?
Like, why are you just sitting there talking?
Play a board game at least.
Yeah, like do something. Like when we'd hang out with the Max, for example. Andrew and Ben and I would just go horse around, do whatever, and our parents would just talk for hours.
You didn't get it.
And I didn't get it. I was like, why are you guys just sitting there talking?
And now it's
just getting together with friends. I mean, what are we doing right now? We're getting together with friends and just sitting down and just talking.
That's a good one. I didn't get it at first,
dispute.
but that's a good one.
Yeah,
especially once you said the podcast thing, I can't really hate on that at all because that's literally what we've done for 3 years.
Because you still wanted to hang out with your friends. You just needed something to do. You wanted to play.
Stuff.
Yeah.
But like last Friday night, we hung out with the Dowds and we just sat on couches and just talked.
Honestly, that would freak me out. Imagine walking in on like 2 7-year-olds just chatting, just talking like, "How was your week?" And they're just going over like their week. That would really freak me out.
I try to do it with Hattie all the time. Like, hey, just come down and sit down and talk to me. And she can do it for like 5 minutes and then it's over.
Yeah. Well, all that time on that cell phone.
I know. All that screen time on her Nokia playing Snake.
I love blaming things on a cell phone. Even like that one doesn't even make any sense. Love it.
I feel like so often we'll have friends over and like be like, hey, like let's do a game night. And they come over and we just hang out and talk the whole time.
Yeah.
And then it's like 11 o'clock. It's like, I guess we're not playing games. Okay.
Yeah.
See you guys. So
yeah.
Good answer.
What's your next s'more? Back-to-back snake draft.
My next s'more is soccer.
Yikes.
I despised soccer as a
should.
child.
As you should.
I played every single sport except for soccer, and
let's challenge that real quick.
Bull riding, cheerleading, lacrosse,
yes, racquetball,
rugby,
lacrosse. Yes.
When did you play lacrosse?
In 9th grade, when I was going to either do lacrosse or golf, and I decided golf. I didn't ever play lacrosse, but I tried.
I never played lacrosse, but I played everything single sport including lacrosse.
I did a scramble.
I played catch back and forth.
Okay, I've done that before.
I explored lacrosse.
Okay.
I went through a phase.
Yeah. We had a few friends that were soccer players, and just I would make fun of them for playing soccer, and they didn't even like ask for it. I mean,
our best friend. Yeah, we made so many comments about
completely unwarranted bullying about playing soccer.
Oh yeah. Like the things we said were certainly homophobic about soccer players. And just like you're such a girl for liking soccer.
Uh-huh.
Like they just fall down all the time.
Yeah.
And I stand by every single one of my comments. Soccer is still the worst. Yeah. So
and then I went to Portugal for 2 years and fell in love with soccer.
And you got soft.
And I got soft.
Yeah.
Is that a soccer shirt?
It is. Paris Saint-Germain.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
PSG.
That's a sick shirt.
That's
I'll
cool shirt.
I'll have to get me one for sure.
That's awesome. For sure.
Shirker, Brad.
All right, back to you, Ben.
Okay. I have a lot of ones on here that I like. I think the next pick I'm going to go with is just something that's very near and dear to my heart right now. It's woodworking. Woodworking,
Your parents tried to make you do when you were a kid.
Yeah.
Like, I hate it.
I mean, I did every hobby except for woodworking. I took a woodworking class in 7th grade and I was terrified. Like the teacher did such a good job of being like, you need to respect these tools that I was terrified. We were making like a box car for like a CO2 derby. And I made that and I almost like cut my finger off. And ever since then I was like, I'm not going to touch those tools again. Look at me now.
I'm looking at you.
Touch them every day.
Look at these hands.
Those touch tools.
Look at all those fingers. Look at those thumbs.
All 10 of them still here. So that's my answer. Probably not a great answer because I don't think any of you guys are going to take that one, but oh well.
Well, at least you have the actual experience. It's not just like I didn't do woodworking and now I do. It's like you actually tried it and you didn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
Okay, my second s'more is
s'more.
My parents' opinions.
Ooh, deep. Getting deep on it. I like that.
Felt good about that.
Girls and my parents' opinions. So you, like, who are you listening to? Just your bros.
I mean, the Left Behind series guided me. I think it's something a lot of people feel like. It's like when you're in 5th grade and your parents tell you to do something, you're like, I don't really care to do that as much.
Do you remember anything specific?
Not as much. I mean, probably just tiny suggestions of like, you need to go. I mean, anything that involved talking to a stranger, so uninterested. Like you need to go, hey, go ask them for a napkin. Oh, that was my nightmare.
Yes.
Talking to a stranger about a napkin. Oh, please put me in a grave. Just anything like that.
Hattie always struggles with that too. Like, go tell him thank you.
Yeah, go tell him. Yeah.
Oh, you come with me.
Uh-huh.
You do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
That is scary.
Well,
and then
good.
now, I mean, that's pretty helpful, Or sometimes you just call your dad and you say, hey, I bought a house. And my dad's exact words when I called him last week, because obviously he didn't know that the process happened so fast. He didn't know as he was looking. So I told him the whole story and he goes, you terrify me.
Yeah.
I got to tell him the whole story and that's what he said.
The only time I can really remember being like, you don't know what you're talking about is like, I was probably 7 years old and I was taking piano lessons for like a year, maybe a year and a half.
You did do every hobby.
I was into it all, tickling the ivories, anything. But I did not like it. It was hard for me. It did not compute very well. And my mom said, I finally like wore her down. I was like, Mom, like asked her so many times, can I quit? Can I quit? Finally, she's like, okay, fine, you can quit. But someday when you're at a party and someone asks, does anybody know how to play piano? You can't be upset with me because you don't know how to play piano. Yeah. And I remember thinking, there's no way. Never in my life will I ever wish I played the piano. And she was 100% right.
That she was right.
That's I would love to be a piano virtuoso right now.
Yeah. You'd be on tour with Trey.
Yeah, exactly. Full circle, Mom. I'm sorry.
You want to know a fun story kind of along that line?
You bet I do, brother.
So I took piano lessons as a kid as well.
Yeah, Scott was pretty good. You stayed with it for a while.
I stuck with it. My mom,
Chalice.
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 I did the same thing as you. I begged her to stop, and she just kept kind of egging me along, bribing me with all sorts of different things. So I stuck with it. Proved very helpful in Portugal when I was on my mission because not a lot of people play piano there, and so I played hymns in church all the time on the piano. But then, even more important, when I got home and I met Sam at the wedding.
Okay.
We were like cleaning up and there was a piano and I don't remember what got me on the piano, but I started playing River Flows in You.
Ooh.
And and Sam was like swooned by that. So
that is a sexy song, bro. Because when it goes dun 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 dun,
and I would
be into you, man.
Tickling the ives.
Yeah. I would be a soccer player for you, man.
And that's how I got my wife.
You know that song?
Did you tickle the ebonies as well? I would hope so.
Yeah, both ebony and ivory.
Good.
Wow.
So if you had stuck with piano, you'd be married to someone else.
Oh crap!
That's crazy to think about.
Never mind. I take it back. Mom, I do not appreciate your opinion. I am very happy with who I'm married to. Okay.
My third schmore is sunscreen.
Oh, that's value in the screen.
Used to just hate it. All I want to do is jump in that wave pool. Get me in that lazy river.
Yeah.
Down the water slide, and it was like, hey, before you go, let me put sunscreen on you.
Okay.
Oh
yeah,
I do not.
And then you have to wait for it to dry.
Yeah, that was the worst thing. And now, like on the golf course, I don't get sunburn anymore. It's like it's pretty easy to put sunscreen. Like
it turns out if you use
on my ears and my neck, like it takes me 40 seconds. And Isaac is great. He's just like the kid, you know. So he's like, man, the sun fried me today. And all three of us, the rest of us all put on sunscreen, and he didn't for 5 hours. You know, so it's like, I mean, like
honestly, if I were Isaac's age, I probably would have done the same thing though.
I mean, he'll just go lay out by the pool for hours. Like, dude, I got so burnt today. It's like, just combat the problem.
I wonder why.
Yeah, just put on sunscreen.
Yeah,
so.
that's funny.
Yeah, it's been a big one for me.
Not a bad answer. Okay, my next one is going to be country music. Still not a crazy big fan.
Scott's doing 2 thumbs down. Scott's giving him the thumbs.
I used to think country music was the worst music of all time.
This is the reverse for me. I liked country music when I was a kid, and now I just can't stand it.
Well, if it tells you anything, Scott also likes soccer now. So which way is he going here? I thought it was terrible. I grew up in a city when all these girls were like listening to these songs about red dirt roads, and I'm like, you've never seen a red dirt road in your entire life.
Yeah, it's hypocrite, or just it's oxymoronic.
Yeah,
almost.
And then I went to K-State. And I became friends with all these people from small towns.
Jordy Nelson types.
Farmers. And yeah, exactly. And I was like, okay, like I get it now. These people, like I felt like I was one of them because I was at K-State with them.
But country music stars don't have that lifestyle though. So they're not actually one of them.
Some of them do, I'm sure. You think none of them?
I mean, not actually 0 of them.
0%.
No, I'm saying not actually 0.
S'mores.
But I mean, look at like a guy like Sam Hunt.
Yeah. Luke Bryan.
Here's the deal. Okay. To be fair, I don't really know country music super well. I still am not like crazy. I like folk music though. I like more like country people music. I don't know how to describe it, but like I just enjoy listening to country
income
music when it's like, summertime, when it's warm outside, country sounds nice. And before I was like, this is the worst thing ever. So
I will say when I ever drove a truck around camp.
Yes.
And the windows were down. Yeah. And I would find like, where's 94.7? Yep. Give me that country station.
You get it?
Yeah. It's fine. But I think to say that like the same farmers you met at K-State and country music artists, they are not the same people.
Some of them.
I mean, I think for the large majority, they are not the same type of people.
Fine. Ghosties, do your thing.
I mean, listen to how country music artists talk versus how they sing. They talk just like me, and that comes down to saying like red dirt, Brown boots.
Oh yeah, you definitely have like
It's
a
like, but this
twang.
is not. There's pandering.
I tell you, yeah, that's fair. Well, I like it.
No, that's fine. I was just sharing my thoughts. Scotch.
All right.
Scotch, what's your schmarsh?
I'm on number 3. Number 3, and I was not worried at all about you guys taking this one. EDM. Kind of same veins of you.
Gosh, Scott, you better Ghosties. If you vote for Scott, you can leave the Facebook group. Okay, you understand me?
I hope the fourth one is like pickleball athletes.
So far,
Him, yeah.
No, I was
electronic dance music.
I was not at all into anything.
Give us an example of your favorite EDM song.
Martin Garrix is
okay. Do a quick EDM song real quick.
What did I say on the golf course? I just said some phrase like, wind blowing.
Holiday Hills.
Oh yeah, or something. Yeah. It's got like, that's an EDM song. It's like, I was like, any two combination of words is an EDM song.
Give me like a little sampler of Martin Garrix real quick.
I played him for you.
No, I want you to sing it.
Dude, you can't do this. I'm putting me on the spot. I can't even think.
Because
of it
here's what
now.
I'm gonna do. I'm gonna
so
have you
much
sing one
pressure.
song, and I'm gonna have you sing another song, and I'll be like, "What was the difference in those two songs?"
Okay.
Go ahead. Yes, you can.
Do your fourth one, and then we'll let you think about your two EDM songs.
What was that one EDM song that you played for me that was like, "Mama, mama, 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 mama"?
Oh, that's the song. That's the song Palmer likes. That's a reggaeton
Scott,
song.
anytime we drive together, he's always like, "Dude, let's listen to some music," and it's always garbage.
This song though is hilarious. It's called La Mama de la Mama, and Palmer is obsessed with it. And every time she asks me to play it, she goes, she's like, "Dad, will you play Mama la Mama la Mama Mama?" She just pretty much just says that like for like 10 seconds, and I'm like, okay, I know
it's like the Lemonade Man at the old Royals games.
Anyways, oh wow,
did not like electronic music when I was a kid. Obsessed with it now. Love it. I love anything that's bopping, gets you moving, gets you dancing.
I kind of get that.
I feel like it's always like uplifting, positive. Like it just makes you feel good. That's why I like it.
Yeah, exactly. Listen to Caleb.
All right, what's your fourth schmore?
Fourth schmore is fish. I didn't eat just any type of seafood. I guess I'd say my taste buds in general. I was
no, you can't say that. That's too broad.
I would just say I've become way more adventurous with different types of food as I've gotten older. Yeah. Like I was a pretty picky eater when I was a kid. It was like, chicken tenders.
So when
pizza.
I said you can't say that, you're still saying that.
No, he's saying fish.
But fish is for sure my biggest growth.
You throw down on sushi?
Love sushi. Love salmon. Salmon is probably actually one of my favorite.
I love salmon too.
Yeah.
I
would
love salmon.
I'd probably eat salmon.
I love salmon.
I'd
love it?
Yeah,
I'd
eat
really
salmon over steak.
No way.
Now that.
Oh my gosh.
I have a little trouble backing you on that one.
I would.
You know what?
I like the texture of salmon better than steak.
It's easier to dig into.
Where do you live?
Fun seasoning. Steak. I mean, I have to eat so much salmon to get filled up. Whereas, like, you just have a nice fillet of steak, and it's like I'm solid. But salmon's going to cost you about $55 to be filled up on it.
Yeah.
So that part is kind of a bummer. But I do like salmon. Scott.
I like salmon fine, but every time I eat it, I'm like, I wish I had chicken. Like, yeah, that's fine, Scott. Thank you.
I'm definitely getting third in this.
Hey, no, we don't know. It could
we don't know. There could be a lot of soccer EDM fish talking with friends fans.
Salmon eating EDM fans. But also love Ronaldo.
I can't wait for you to do some EDM for us, like after this is over. Okay, my fourth and final
just play
pick.
It in my microphone. How about that?
No, dude, you gotta.
I'm not gonna
it's gonna be way better.
EDM song.
All right, the thing. Honestly, well, I know the category was kid things. I kind of bashed this on the podcast recently, so I'm not gonna say. I'll say it for my honorable mentions. But the thing that actually like made me initially think about this was after I had my dinner night at Blue Koi, I got boba tea, and it was nice. And then when I first tried boba tea, I thought it was the most disgusting little balls of goo that I'd ever tried.
I'm currently like in whatever. If we did a video, it's like stages of boba tea drinkers. I'd probably be in like stage 2, called like scared.
Yeah,
I'm like scared that I'm gonna like suck one down and get like like those are big straws. You can get a lot of force.
Yeah, like I remember like back in the day, I would try to take a drink without getting one of those tapioca balls, and now it's like I'm sad if I don't.
Yeah, that's how I feel when I eat like cookie dough and ice cream. Like every bite should have the cookie dough. If not, what's the point of even eating it? What's the point of it?
Yeah. So yeah.
Oh, I remember when I used to eat ice cream.
Those were the days.
Those were the days.
I remember I was 30 years old.
Yeah.
The last time I had ice cream.
Man, yeah. I'm feeling older now.
Gosh, I feel it.
Man, are you planning on like just forever?
I don't know.
In perpetuity?
I think just like indefinitely, just like keep going for a while. I mean, it sucks, but it's just, dude, I'll tell you what I realized is morning time. Everything I want to eat in the morning is sugar.
Yeah.
Dude, it's hard. I mean, it's like, oh, Pop-Tart, ooh, cereal, ooh, we go to French toast, pancake, chocolate chips in them, blueberry muffin. Like everything I would want to eat for breakfast is just sugar. It's crazy. So it's got to be helping, right? Even though I don't see or feel any better, see anything or, but it's like, I mean, I was eating so much. I guess it's got to be helping.
Dude, I think it's helping, but at the same time, you are like the most anomalous. I don't know if that's a word.
Anonymous.
I just feel like no matter what you eat, like you just seem fine. Like you never get sick, or not very often, at least.
Yeah, I mean, I think genetically we're doing okay. Like, just as far as like, I don't think I'm ever at risk of being obese. Like I, have a little extra on me that I could lose, but yeah, it's nothing super. But it's like, why not? I spent so much of my time on camera in front of people. It's like I could afford to do something for my body.
Sure, yeah.
If I'm not going to work out, if I'm not going to run, you can at least do something.
Just eat an orange every once in a while.
Yeah, eat a pomegranate. Get some yuzu in your system.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Last one. End us off.
Oh, last one. This one's a little bit more specific to me. Probably not as relatable, but laundry. I've said that before. I'm just a big laundry guy. I do it all the time.
You love doing laundry.
I really like it.
Really?
Just like laundry.
The process. All of it?
I think it's the principle of just like, it's like having your phone charged, your computer charged. It's like, I know I can get to a point where everything I own is clean, and I can get that once a week. And I can fully like restock my, everything is hung up, everything is put away, everything is clean, it smells good. I have zero dirty clothes.
I think I would become almost too obsessive over it, and I would probably do it like every other day, or maybe even every day, because I love that feeling too of what you're saying. Like it feels so good to have it all done, and so then when I know that it's not all done, then I would be like, I'm gonna go do it real quick.
I kind of wait till just the hamper gets close to full. I'm like, all right, it's about that time. So probably every 4 days, I do a load of laundry.
It feels weirdly satisfying to me to not stuff in the washer. Like if you don't have too much dirty clothes,
You go top or front loading?
We have top right now. Yeah.
Okay. See, I feel like all I've been doing lately is the front. Hard to see the basin, I believe they call it. The drum.
Yeah.
I don't know how full it is. I gotta really get down there. I'm like, that's probably fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
Anyway, laundry rounds it out for me.
I had a few more honorable mentions. The one I was going to say, but I was like, I think I hated that a year ago, and I've talked about on the podcast. LaCroix. I used to think I am like genuine. I get there was one day I think I had 6 LaCroix. Like
talk about acquired taste.
Limoncello though.
All of them, dude.
Are you putting the stuff in it? What is the stuff?
Apple cider vinegar.
Yeah.
Not as much anymore.
Okay.
Really got made fun of a lot by my friends for that, and I think it's good. But
okay.
I would never have made fun of you for that.
Okay.
I wasn't on that list, was I?
No, but you do like soccer, EDM, and fish. So I'm just kidding.
And talking.
I agree with talking. Talking was good. Good pick. It's like you picked Derrick Henry, but then you also picked like who was the guy that just got shot?
Brian Robinson.
You picked Derrick Henry, Brian Robinson,
and the Bills punter.
The Bills.
Jeez. Yeah.
What is there something I don't know? I was just trying to think. Like it would be silly to pick
like
a punter.
Who picks a punter?
Yeah, that would be silly. Right.
And DeMarcus Robinson.
Yeah,
good player.
He's part of my gang. Anyway, okay. LaCroix.
All about LaCroix.
I also really like pickles and mustard these days. Didn't like those back in the day. Trucks. Never thought I would be a truck guy.
Yeah, that's true.
And I don't know if I'll ever go back.
Yeah. Minivans?
Oh, I should have put. I think I've always kind of liked a minivan. Sharon Pintola had a great minivan. Remember that?
Pintola.
Texas.
Pentala.
Never really thought much about Texas, and now I think it's great. And this one's pretty random, but Steve Martin. Never really got the allure, and now I think he's like a gem. I think he's so funny.
My dad made me watch several Steve Martin movies growing up, so I always liked him.
Yeah.
Have you rewatched Three Amigos since you've loved Steve
I haven't.
Martin? Oh, you should do that then.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
My honorable mention, which is golf.
Yeah.
Oh, why wasn't that one?
Well, Scott said soccer. It just felt similar. So it's like, I'll go laundry instead of golf.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Honorable
We'll vote
mention
on it.
for me was waking up early was one of them.
Oh, that's a good answer.
That's way
Scott.
better than EDM.
You put soccer and fish. Yeah.
Waking up early. That's a good one.
I'm not sure that my young eyes saw. Well, I guess I was in seminary as a kid. I got up pretty early for that.
Scott was the worst person I've ever experienced having to wake up.
Just deep sleep.
Well,
I
just like
did not want to get up in the morning.
yeah, just
ever.
like he was awake, but he was not moving.
Just didn't want to be there.
You would shake him. It's like, dude, we gotta get up.
I think
Dude.
Sam can sympathize that I'm still pretty much like that way. It can be a task to get me out of bed.
I got
All
a
right,
quick.
good first s'more.
Yeah, first more. Someone, if you would be so kind, put a little something on our Facebook page and a little graphic, and then we'll vote.
Oh yes.
You know what I'm saying about the
Mhm.
s'mores.
Yeah.
Quick little story, full circle moment. Yesterday, kind of last minute, me and Rachel went down to Fort Scott, Kansas, because we were going to celebrate my birthday with Joel Harney's birthday. Our birthdays are one day apart from each other. Joel is Garrett Gibson's brother-in-law.
Shout out.
And he also, Joel and his wife Bailey, lived with me and Jugglin' Josh in Dallas for a while. So just so random. We were all crammed in that house together. Me, Joel, and Bailey shared a bathroom for like 6 months. It was great. We have a lot of good memories
Nice.
and good times. So
You were like the Isaac McDonald that sends Eddie's to that relationship.
big time.
Yeah.
Just permanently, 24/7. That was
Wow.
me. And so anyway, Joel lives, hour away, but I don't get to see him that often. So it's like, for our birthdays, let's do it. He's like, come down, let's grab lunch.
Also,
Let's do it.
Joel was the guy that came up from an hour away to play in our playoff basketball game a while back.
I was gonna make a joke about that, Brad, but it's your
My podcast. So anyway, just a reminder.
Yeah, exactly. Joel's the one so nicely drove all the way up to Sub for us, probably an hour and a half all the way to Hy-Vee Arena, and then didn't get to play. And so, yeah, Rachel and I were like, I actually kind of had other plans, like me and Spencer Shipley, roommate Spencer, were going to do something. And so I was like, felt so bad. I was like, I'm going to do this for my birthday. It came up. And so we go down there and lunch is great. He's got twins though. At one point I asked him, he's got two twins and another girl. And I was like, is it ever quiet? And he's like, no.
You just get used to it. You just become numb to it. Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we were going to go
That's fun.
golfing, and I remember during lunch, I was like, what time's our tea time? He's like, oh, you just show up. Like, it's so chill. Like, you don't have to, tea time or anything. I was like, wow, that's so different than what I'm used to. We go to the golf course, and the parking lot is just full of cars. There was like a junior golf tournament going on.
Oh.
And so we go, we're like, can we golf? And they're like, no, you can't. And so full circle moment, I drove all the way to Fort Scott and wasn't allowed to golf. They only have one golf course. So that was
No
it. So I
way.
was like, well, I guess we'll just go hang out.
I guess we're even.
I guess
Yeah.
we're even.
Yeah, it was really beautiful. How perfect it was.
Okay. Do you think a little part of Joel knew and he just invited you anyway?
He could have booked a tea time, but he's like, let's roll the dice a little bit.
No, you just show up.
No.
He calls the course. Is there a day coming up where you
Yeah.
guys just have no tea times?
Yeah,
Perfect. Yeah.
Jake. Yeah.
yeah, this
August
will be the day.
27th. Come on.
So
That's
we went back
pretty
to Garrett's wife, Paige. She's from Fort Scott. So we just went back to her like parents' house, and they have a little bit of land. And so what we ended up doing was this is just classic guys. Like, I mean, we can't really do what we wanted. We'll figure something out. So Joel and I would hit golf balls to
Back and
Garrett. No, he had a baseball glove.
Yeah.
And so I'd never done that before.
That's funny.
Got to a point where Garrett and I really get it down. We, he's got like 5-6 in a row. So he's like, give me some line drives. And that got scary.
That's your 4-iron.
Yeah, I think we connected on one, but I mean, there were times where it's like it was gonna bounce right in front of him. I was like, dude, it's not worth it. He's trying to like one hop it and scoop it. Like, dude, just to
What
get
kind
out of the
what kind
way.
surface is this?
It's like very like scattered grass and like kind of dirt and rock, and
Oh,
so
man.
just like bumpy. Like you get bad hop pretty
Yeah.
easily. But I mean, it's kind of grass. But yeah, so
That's
that's
fun.
how I spent yesterday. It was
Nice.
fun, full circle,
Nice.
full circle. Brad, I know you want to talk about cameos in the alley.
Yeah, we did it a couple like week and a half ago, and it was really fun. We had 12 of them, I think, to do
Yeah, we knocked out a bunch.
after having breakfast with Garrett.
That's right.
And so at breakfast with Garrett, went over there. We're like, I guess let's just film these real fast.
It was really hot out, so like, the alley is shaded.
Yeah, we were kind of it was basically in public. We had somebody drive past us at one point and just be like, I don't know, he just yelled something.
Oh yeah, he was obnoxious. He was out of pocket.
He was that dude was OOP.
You know, OP.
Oop diddy scoop.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
So I don't know.
And
It was
then
just
there was
fun.
that. Do you remember the business owner, like
Oh,
the
yeah,
liquor
of
store?
course.
Yeah.
So it was like basically the alley behind this liquor store.
Across from McLean's.
And he walked out at one point to like throw something in the dumpster. But I don't think he was really needing to throw it. I think he was trying to intimidate us, but we just kept going.
I was like, this guy wants to say happy birthday to you too.
And then he came out again and like walked right past us. And I was just like, what are we supposed to do here? We just kept going with it. But cameos have been really fun. I don't know. I think it's one of those things that's just like, we never know what we're going to say. I mean, it's the Ghostrunners, but it's in 30-second form. Like where it's just like,
Oh,
let's
more
just
than
go
that.
for it.
70,
Yeah,
80
you're right.
seconds.
Yeah, we are going.
Yeah, we
like
go pretty long.
minute and a half sometimes. Yeah. We try to give you your money's worth, but
We did our last set of cameos after the basketball game when we just got beat 1,000,000-0. And Brad and I were just drenched in sweat.
yeah.
It was a good session. Scott, Isaac, and Harrison watched on.
But yeah, anyway,
It was fun. We just got another request since I've been here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
It was for, I guess we could say it because they're going to, just in case.
Just in case it's their birthday.
Just
There
in
was
case.
somebody that gave us like their birthday September 4th or no.
September 30th.
Yeah, like the end of September.
It's like, well, we have to do these in 4 days. So you're
Yeah.
going to get it a bit early.
So anyway, yeah, but they've been fun. Just a reminder that we're on there. We do them.
We freaking do them.
We freaking do them.
Let's wrap this up. I know you have have stand-up stuff to do.
Yeah,
We got a long week ahead of us.
To do.
Things to do.
Tends
Yes.
to do, brah.
So let's do our reviews of the week.
Okay.
I'll do the long one.
First.
I'll do the long one first.
Okay.
It's from Kim Donahue. The title says, Jake and Brad keep half of my heart in Kansas.
Come on.
Longtime fan of Jake and Brad and all of their content, but recent listener. Jake once read a comment I left. Yeah, that is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Jake once read a comment I left on Correct Opinions months ago, responding to a time when him and Trey were making fun of local news reporter voices. That is great. You guys ever notice that? Like, why do they talk so different when they're just like,
Oh yeah.
this evening at 6 o'clock, we'll be looking at a man.
Yeah.
Who, you get it.
Let me do one.
Yeah.
And they found the dead body in the trash. For Channel 4 News, I'm Brad Ellis.
I think it would get people's attention if you just talk normal. Like if you were just like, hey, so we got to.
No, the crazy thing is the dead body was right there in the dumpster. My name's Brad. See you guys.
Have a good night.
All right. Hey.
Hey, peace
be
and love,
safe.
y'all. Yeah.
Be safe. Yeah. Be safe. You know,
Yo, whoever did this is out of pocket. I don't know what's going on.
don't shirk. You know,
Don't shirk in the streets.
yeah.
What I didn't mention is that I was working as a news reporter. Oh, wow. News reporter in Topeka, Kansas at the time.
Top town.
I had never been to Kansas before coming there for work. Now, a few months since I moved out of Kansas, I find myself second homesick more often than expected. I recently started listening to episode 117 of Ghostrunners, and Brad was talking about a road trip with his family to Colorado. Easy drive, probably.
Easy drive.
And all the stops they made along the way, including the Kansas State House,
Yep.
K-State, and Little Jerusalem Badlands.
Mm-hmm.
All places I came to know very well during my time there. I cheered for KU against my home team of Villanova during March Madness.
All right.
And was so happy the Jayhawks won.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime Jake mentions Washburn, which is all the time.
Oh, yeah. Go Bods.
Here we go, Bods. I smile, body. I
Bo
smile
bodies.
with fond memories. A lot of people tend to make fun of Kansas for being miles and miles and miles and but you feel their true love for a state that is so often pushed aside. I only wish I started listening to the podcast when I still lived in the Sunflower State, so I could have attended a lot of the ghosty events that weren't far from where I lived. And thank Jake and Brad for highlighting everything beautiful about this often forgotten state.
Come on. This is great.
Signing off with all my love, ghosty named Kim, Mid-Atlantic Ghost Correspondent.
Oh, wow.
Nice. And then P.S. There's another
There's
essay.
a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, but thank you, Kim Donahue. Sad that you're no longer with us
With us.
in this state.
And Kim Donahue
I'm Kim Donahue.
went over enemy lines. For Channel 31, I'm Brad Ellis. My podcast is a 5-star review from Jaden Hookie.
Your podcast is a 5-star review.
My podcast.
My
How many times do I have to
podcast.
say it, guys?
He said it so much today.
I am so sleep deprived. The most amazing podcast ever, says my 5-star review from Jaden Hokey. I've been a listener for almost an entire year now, and I have no clue how I lived without it. Jake and Brad make me laugh every episode and have got me through many rough patches in my life. Their lighthearted attitude has inspired me to try to do the same and look for the best in every moment and look for the humor at every turn. If you need a laugh, a light pick-me-up, or even random stories about two guys living up in Kansas City, then this is for sure the podcast for you. Thank you, Jaden.
Hey, thanks, Jaden. Brad, happy for you. Amidst how busy you've been, how sleep deprived you are, how much you have still to work on, you still took time to get a jingle ready for us.
Come on.
Would you like to end this episode with a podcast?
Your podcast.
Your podcast?
Your podcast.
My jingle.
Your jingle. Your jingle.
Scott, you want to come sing it with me, or are you too afraid to sing an EDM song?
I'll sing it with you.
Okay, come on. This one's coming from Ross Ferns.
Oh, love it.
He said he wrote this jingle completely based off of one podcast episode, Whip Your Cannon Out. So
that was a high. That was a fun one.
that was a good one. So let's do it, Ross. Thanks for sending this in, brother. Really appreciate the format in which you sent it.
Oh, good format. Your jingle.
My jingle.
I can't see any of those lyrics.
Oh!
Wow. Literally 30 seconds left in the song.
That was mean. That was on par with Chuck, man. I could tell Scott could not see very well the whole time. And I just didn't
One gave it away. Me just going like this the whole time.
I could have zoomed in so much. Oh, Scotty, I love you, buddy.
That was like a Michael Scott moment where he's like, "Thank you,
Thank you."
Fun,
Oh,
Ross.
man.
Thank you, man.
Fun Ross. All right, next time you hear from us, Brad will be a comedian. I will be a comedian.
I might be.
Scott might have subbed in for me at basketball Thursday.
Can't.
What else is going to
Softball.
transpire this week? Brad's going to leave town again.
Yeah, I'm going to visit my sister. What, you like where I'm sitting, or what are you laughing about?
And be looking for Guillotine League info. There'll be a draft Tuesday, a draft Wednesday. We'll release the links and everything
Fun.
soon. Gonna join Sleeper. Been doing some research.
Oh, that's the name of the
The
league format
yep.
hosting thing.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
Thank you guys for listening to our podcast. Thank you, Scott, for coming. Thank you, Brad, for singing. Thank you, Propel, for not having any sugar in it somehow.
Hey, thank yourself.
Thank you, Jake.
For
showing up.
Yep. Every day, baby.
Vote on
We love you
Rushmores.
guys. Vote s'mores.
Vote S'mores.
How can you have some more when you
Peace out.
love you guys? Ghostrunners podcast. Every